Hey Libra, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your October love and career reading. I so appreciate your likes. I so appreciate your subscribes. You have no idea. If this is your first time to my channel, you're so welcome here and I really appreciate you stopping by. Check your bodies during the reading, see how it feels. If it resonates, you'll feel it. And keep it as advice. Tarot is an amazing vehicle for self-introspection. If it does not resonate, consider checking your moon sign, especially if you were born at night. And if you don't know what that is, in the description box below, I have a free website that you can just plug in the numbers, it's anonymous, and get your natal chart. It's really cool. All right, if you do feel that this resonates, hit the like button. Of course, it helps the channel, it helps the algorithm, pops it up so more people can see it, but it also is your way of interacting with the energy. We don't know what energy is quite, but we do interact with it and we do harness it every single day. So I think if you want to claim this reading, if it resonates, do something to interact with that energy. Okay, you guys. Career. I'm going to start with career from a Libs. Career, make it clear. I'm going to take only the cards that choose to fly out. I like the volunteers. And if it flips in the deck, then we look at it kind of like side note, like a little footnote. Anything else for Libra? All right. So we have, my nose is itching all of a sudden, Knight of Rods and the Knight of Rods in the Tower. So this is, the Knight of Rods is, all rods are fire energy, right? So it's focused, it's exciting, it's inspired, it's moving quick. And so this is either a messenger, all the knights are messengers. This is either somebody coming into your life with a message, or you going after something that initiates a tower moment. So the tower moments are out of our control. This could be a move for some of you. This could be just a shakeup, basically. And the universe does that on purpose to kind of set us into a different direction because it recognizes that we aren't going to make those adjustments, those fine little adjustments ourselves. Sometimes life is just too intricate and we're really not behind the wheel anyway. We are and we aren't, you know, like we're interacting with it. It's a collaboration, right? It's like group art. So career for Libras. Tell us more. Big cards coming out. We have the World. All right. And we have the World in reverse. Why is the World in reverse? And the Fool. Okay. So the path you thought you were going to be on is not going to be the path that you're going to take. And that's not a bad thing at all. In fact, you are starting in a whole new direction. With the Fool card, that is probably outside of your wheelhouse somewhat. And why is that happening for Libras? This could be a new job. This could be a new position. King of Swords comes out. Who is this individual? A King of Swords is somebody who, it's ruled by air signs, so it could be you. King of Swords is somebody who really can turn off the emotion. They're practical and they're all about facts. They're also experienced. Sometimes they're an older energy. I do feel that this energy, I feel like you guys were trying to button up a chapter. You guys were trying to button it up and you were thinking about going in a different direction. Like, I'm out of here. I'm considering making these changes. Maybe some of you guys were going to go back to school. Maybe you guys were going to change positions, or move. And somebody is stepping in and being like, no, you're not. They want to work with you. It's either a client or a boss or somebody is like, not so fast. But in the way that they want to work with you, whatever it is that they want to do with you, it would be new for you. It's an interesting feeling. What else we got? The Queen of Swords. So we got the King and the Queen of Swords out. This is very practical energy. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Justice. That's ruled by Libras. So we've got a lot of air. So there's a lot of boundaries being put out there. There's also there could be contracts coming up. If you get the Justice card and there are any contracts that you're working with, it's a really good sign that's going to work out in your, this is what it feels like, in your favor. It feels like you almost say, okay, you want me to stick around and you want me to do this. We're going to outline a new set of expectations for me, new set of responsibilities. This is what it's going to look like. So you're in the negotiating seat. And it's going to turn out real good for you. Let's get a little clarity on this Tower card. I do feel like the Tower is actually this individual being like, not so fast, but let's make sure that they're all upright. If they fly upside down, I do read them differently. So, but we start with them upright. So flipping, but not flying, is the Lover's card, which in a career reading is going to be talking about a choice. And we have the Miser. This is not just a miser. This is somebody who's holding their resources close to them, they're being a little withholding. That could be literally holding back and trying to save their money, or that could be also information, but either way, the energy is being held in tightly. Yeah, it's like this shakeup has a lot to do with something needing to end the way it was going because it was a place of scarcity. You weren't making enough money. You're like holding on to your coins and it needed to end. So the Tower comes out, shakes everything up. I think that you manifested this. The Tower is always looking out for you, but it's scary because we feel a little out of control in those moments. And a lot of times it does mean a move. And that's why it means move. It's because even if we know exactly where we're going and we got all our bags packed, there's still this element of the unknown. So congratulations to you, Libra, because I feel like you are so on point. Your energy is it's sharp. Anything else? Any advice for Libra? For career, any advice? That didn't feel right, so I'm not going to take it. It didn't fly up. I don't know what card it was, but be open-minded, but also be willing to learn. The Page of Pentacles, I encourage you to look it up. It'll show you the description right there. And it's about like being willing to research, hit the books, being able to grow a little bit of a bell curve, a growth spurt, in order to get to this real happy point. Somebody sees a lot of potential in you, but you are seeing potential in you. And that's the most important thing here, is that you're coming out of this place of feeling deprived. This is feeling deprived. And the Tower is shaking up your situation to get you out of there. So the advice from Tarot, just to remind you, I'm saying this all over again, but the advice is going forward, being willing to learn and be flexible, allowing information in, researching. Okay. Let's move on to the love reading. I'm going to gather these cards up. I'm going to kind of cleanse the deck real quickly and put my intention out there for love and Libra. In the meantime, check your bodies, see how it feels, if it resonated. Hit that like button, interact with my energy. I invite you. I grew up in a place that was real. The term we used growing up was new agey. Lo and behold, here I am. I'm very new agey. But I love all the vocabulary that goes with that. And I came from people who were split on it, right? Like some people were real woo-woo. My parents were actually hippies, like the real kind, the originals. And then there's ones that were just real cut and dry. And so they called that woo-woo. Love for Libras. First out, we have an offer. We have an offer. Love and Libras. Queen of Pentacles. This is a nurturing queen. One of my favorites. She's practical in the way that she loves. She's practical in the way that she nurtures. We have the intuition popping out. Kind of building a picture here, Libra. Bear with me. Love and Libra. Love and Libra. Knight of Swords, a very different energy. Somebody coming forward very quickly, intensely. My nose starts to itch when I think about them. They could be almost a little naive in their intensity. What does that mean, right? Like, they don't feel they could fail. They can't fail. But this offer card is interesting because there's a little apathy attached. So somebody might not be super interested. Somebody's trying to listen to themselves. Yeah, they're very in tune. This is like trying to keep an open mind. And even though this individual is coming in real quick and intense, they don't want to be distracted from what they're trying to manifest. And that's why the apathy. There's some doubt. There's kind of like this sense of like, I know you think you're hot shit. That's really great for you. Good job. But you don't want to be knocked off balance. This feels kind of like you. For some of you guys, if you feel like this one resonates, that night, if you feel like you are the night, this will lend you some understanding why you might not be getting that intensity back. Is that this person is trying to stay in alignment with what they've been working on, trying to manifest. And there's a lot in this globe. I want to show you this picture. This Two of Wands, he's holding on to one wand because he's holding on to the ground that he's at. He's not ready to launch off. His ship's not leaving the harbor anytime soon. And in the other hand, he's holding a globe, and that globe represents everything he, she, anybody in between holds dear to themselves and skills that they've built and what they've been through in relationships. They're trying to get introspection before they launch off into something new. They're connecting with their prayers. They're connecting with their guidance. They're also on display. They are okay with how they're being seen. They're okay with how they're being viewed. A little bit about this Knight of Swords. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. This could be somebody who's coming back into the picture for some of you. But either way, Wheel of Fortune is a reminder that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. This is meant to be. Even if you turn this person down, or if you're the Knight of Swords, if you get turned down. But this could have secular energy, cyclical energy. So the Seven of Wands, when it's upright, is fighting off doubt successfully. You know, king of the mountain, like, rah, nobody's going to take this place. It's conviction, standing by one's convictions. And I read the Seven of Wands when it's upside down as doubt being introduced into the picture. So they might not show it, this Knight of Swords, but I think that they're recognizing that their energy isn't being matched. And we have three that fly out. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Interesting. This is definitely taking the good with the bad moving forward, but with the Chariot, there's a lot of speed. It's taking the duality of the situation and moving forward despite that. But then we have two energies here. Queen of Swords, that's an air sign, typically, or if it's not an air sign, they at least have air sign qualities. This is somebody throwing down the boundaries. Usually they can even be cutting people out of their lives. They don't hesitate to say anything they want, even if it's, I don't know why I can't stop laughing, oh my God. It's just that it's like, it's so all about boundaries and honesty. And sometimes those words can come off a little harsh, but the King of Pentacles can take it. King of Pentacles is somebody who really minds their money, as they're focused on their money. So it could be a boss, it could be an investor, but in this case, being a love reading, it seems like an individual who has some of the characteristics of the Pentacles. How they align, what they have in common is they do have the ability to extract emotion out of the situation and look at something practically. So there might be a practical arrangement between the two, and they're willing to work with it. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys actually work with this individual and you're like, we're going to keep a coworker or an employee boss relationship. All right. Do you hear me? And that could be the boundaries, but it could also just be these characters. Yeah, no, it's the boundaries. Clarity on this offer for Libras. At the bottom of the deck is King of Pentacles again. Clarity on this offer for my Libras. Anything. Four of Rods. I mean, there is stability there. If this is the King of Pentacles, this person offers stability, you know. So it's like that's the practicality. We have Page of Rods. This is a reminder to keep an open mind. Page of Rods is a fun card. I mean, because it's like, I feel like tarot is saying keep an open mind. So if you are the Knight of Swords, keep an open mind, even though this person is not matching your energy, keep an open mind. If you are not the Page of Swords, and in fact, you are the one here, the Queen of Pentacles, if you are kind of trying to stay in alignment with what you've been manifesting, you're not going to be quick to hurry off and run off with somebody just because they're so convinced that you guys would be doing well, or that you guys would do well together. You're trying to listen to your intuition. So it's just saying keep an open mind. That's all. You know, Six of Cups, there's a familiarity to this. This could be somebody that you've known for a while. It could be somebody in your friend group that you go way back. What's the Six of Cups about? Magician. This is manifesting. But it came out sideways. And so the question is, like, are you manifesting the right thing? Is this like, is this what I manifested? Or is this just kind of tricking me? Or am I just tricking myself? This is interesting. Ten of Swords came out upside down. So that's coming out of, that's, consider this. When this is upside down, it's kind of a resistance to something that's hard ending. That's a hard ending. Maybe something needs to end. Maybe something hasn't gotten closure. Make sure these are right side up. Yeah, make sure. Libras. This wants to flip out. We got Six of Swords and Five of Swords, right? So I think there's been conflict here, and there's going to be healing. I could really feel words getting real. Things getting a little heated at first. Defenses going up, but healing coming out of it. You know, sometimes it's just not super glossy and pretty, the way that people resolve things or work things out. And that's what this looks like. It might be a battle of words at first, but it ends out real smooth. So it's rough waters going in and leaving, it's real smooth. Very interesting reading. If this resonates, let me know. I hope that's helpful. And I will talk to you guys soon. I will have the shorts up very soon. I have these short videos that I post weekly for each sign, and they're packed full of information. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and take good care of yourselves, Libras.